Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We got another fantastic interview for you. This right here, this gentleman, Dan and I are around. By the way, I am David Allen Fry II, also known as the Smuggler. I was brought on as the MC, and I will be making another announcement later tonight. This is our owner. This is the NACL owner.
This thing.
Hi guys, how you
makes
doing?
this all possible. Please introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Brad Fry. I'm his brother. I am the CEO of Cognitive Gaming as well as the founder and chairman of the NACL.
So you're the CEO of Cognitive Gaming.
Yes, that's interesting.
So tell us how that came to be.
Well, that came to be partly because my brother and I decided, about in July that hey, we want to get involved in eSports. We were highly competitive in our own sports and trying to develop those, and this is something that we saw to be great and be the future of sports for the next 20 to 30 years. So why not get in on it when we can? And we wanted to make an impact in the 6 months that we started, and I think we achieved that goal.
All right. So with this, how successful do you think it's been in your eyes?
I think it's just hit every mark we set. When we first decided to do the NACL, we were thinking that we would hit maybe 30,000 concurrents towards the end of the season, maybe the playoffs, and look, here we are. We're hitting 30,000 concurrents on a consistent basis, and it's amazing to see it develop and to see it work and to see a dream of ours being created and being so successful.
So interesting question here. Why don't you explain to some of our viewers what concurrent means? Because I know some of us who have dealt with streams before understand this, but some of them might not.
Well, concurrents are basically the amount of viewers that are viewing during the time of the stream. So right now, I think we're at 30,000. So that means there's 30,000 people viewing it, and that fluctuates depending on if we're in a game or what we're doing in the content. It's really, the concurrence is what drives it. The more people watching it at one time, the more people want to tune in, and the more success we can have. Because the more viewers we have, the more we want to upgrade our production clearly, and the more we can grow.
All right. And speaking of growth, what do you have in plan for the future? Anything you can give away? That's not too secret, if anything like that, for the NACL?
Not that we can give away. We are going to do our second season, and the Coke Zero. We want to make sure that we adjust and we work with the Coke Zero League and make sure that the NACL can stand, because we feel that the more leagues and the more opportunities that these amateur teams have to become professionals will only make the NA scene grow. It'll make it'll make everything more competitive. And our goal, at the NACL and at Cognitive Gaming is to grow esports as a whole, and is not necessarily to try to corner the market. We want to expand the market to as much as possible. So hopefully in season 2 we'll have an upgraded production by the start of it, and we're looking possibility towards the land, but we're not. Got to run the numbers, got to do all the figures, but that's our goal, is to have a season 2 and at the end of the season 2 a land here in San Jose.
That seems pretty cool. What about the prize pool? It's about $30,000 plus. How about season 2? Anything you expecting bigger?
I hope. I can only hope. But this season was really a truly proof of concept for us, and we saw a void in the market, and then we decided to say, hey, let's fill that void with great content, with great games, and clearly the NACL has provided both. And I've been watching these games. I watch every game, of course, and seeing these teams develop, especially the adjustments between, we're the first people to do 3.15 patch, we're the first people to do 3.14 patch, and to see the teams adjust to that is unbelievable in my eyes, because I think when the time of relegations come up, I think that because of the NACL, the relegated teams and teams like Coast and teams like Kirsch are going to have a step up because they've been playing on that 3.4 patch for a longer period of time.
So for your grand finals, are you a Coast fanboy or a Complexity fanboy?
Can he play favorites? Is that allowed?
I'm not entirely sure.
I don't know. I love to see great games. I think that Complexity is going to come out firing this time. I thought they started at a great start. But Coast is just playing unbelievable. You can even see with the Battle of the Atlantic today how good Coast is. Really, They're adjusting well. They have so many different compositions that they can come at you with. They have such a good split pusher. They have such a dynamic team, with the middle shifter and their bottom lane coming through. The West Fusion pickup, I thought it was a great pickup.
The Wiz Fusion pickup, yes. The West Fusion.
My bad.
We
It's okay.
have like 4 different pronunciations of his name over the course of the season. We're not going to go into that.
But
Yeah.
it's okay. But anything else? Anything crazy?
No, not really. I mean, like, I personally, I would like to thank the fans because, I grew up watching esports since I was, as long as I can remember, whenever I could find it, and it's really, truly an honor to be a part of it. And what makes it a part of it is the fans. And we also want to thank the subscribers. They are key to our success. Hopefully we'll have some more emotes. The more subscribers we get, the more emotes we get, and we want to provide as much. We want to provide the best viewing experience that we possibly can at the NACL.
All right.
So do you have a favorite emote on the channel?
I think it's got to be the culling. I'm a big fan of the culling. Yeah. I loved how they started, how the guys started it, the caster started it, and it's become almost a thing of its own.
So another question about these emotes or whatever. So NACL, as everyone can see, everyone's been with the league. It's joked about as Assault League. Did you do that on purpose?
Yeah, we did actually. Zach, our commissioner, we were sitting there, we were throwing out names, and I think it was probably a week or two before the season really started, and we were like, okay, let's think of acronyms. What's a catchy acronym? What's a good acronym? And we were like, we threw out, I think, 4 or 5 names of somewhat different acronyms, but we wanted to kind of get something similar to the LCS, so that way, it's an easy transition. It rolls off the tongue. It's really easy to tweet about it. And then we just were like, well, North American Challenger League, and what's the acronym for that? NACL, SALT. And we did our research, and we're like, this is great. We'll see how this goes, and it took on a life of its own, really.
Here's the horrible question. Do you want Dan to cast next season?
I want all our casters back. I think we have the best casters that are around.
He loves you guys. He loves you guys.
I'm actually okay.
Yeah. And even when we were going through this process, we wanted casters that were dedicated and that knew the craft and that knew Challenger League and really wanted to put their heart and soul into this because we want to grow and they want to grow with us, and it's an honor to have them cast for us.
And we are honored to be casting for you.
Thank you.
It's a pleasure. Everybody
Yeah.
here grouped up. We didn't think we'd actually be here. That was cool.
Yeah.
See, they expand, and we're all at LAN, Studio, and Rapid, and me. Unfortunately, Malphus was busy.
What happens
Tom
if
was
we
busy.
have a LAN next season?
That'd be
Yeah.
It'd be really cool. Keep watching so that way we can provide the land.
It's
Yeah?
all because of you guys that we're actually here.
Yeah, it really is, and I expect viewership to hold, and I expect us to grow as people tune into the stream, watch the games, and hopefully we can keep providing them.
Yeah, and with that, it looks like that's going to be the end of the interview here. And we are going to be getting ready for game number 2 in the grand finals, as Coast already does lead 1-0. So with that, outros for you guys.
Remember, ladies, he's coming. Between the next game, we will finally, if the commissioner will allow it, put Prius on stream.
Are we going to reveal what he looks like?
We are going to reveal. It will be the biggest reveal of the entire NACL.
I gave him a razor so he could shave. So
Yeah.
Victory.
Victory, definitely.
all right, but we're going to go to some music. We're going to go commercial break, and we'll be back with game number 2.